I loved those years I was at Northwestern. I know not only had wonderful classes in the School of Speech, where I was making my way rather successfully. I was given the palm for the best freshman performance. I won the sonnet reading contest in my sophomore year by reading Shelley's Ozymandias for the assembly, and won a silver medal for that, and continued my scholarship. How did I get that first $90? We'll go back a bit. When Archie Zabet said, "Sprout, you want to work for me as a model for a week?" When the week was over, he said, "Listen, Sprout, I could use you. You want to work here?" I went to my parents, who were already doing better in the store. I said, can I do that? Can I do that? Aunt Tilly welcomed me. When I think now, she and Uncle Sal were so kind to me. My Aunt Tilly would prepare a lovely meal when I came home from work. It was on the table, and she would sit and watch me eat it. They never had children of their own. They didn't know what to do for me. I was like a princess came into their house. Evenings, we would walk along Lawrence Avenue and stop at an ice cream parlor. I had a wonderful summer. And I learned a lot about the dress business working for Archie, because you didn't just model. You arranged stock, you did a little bookkeeping, you helped the bookkeeper, you answered the phone, you changed tickets on the dresses when they came in. But I loved it. Archie announced one morning that his nephew, who was in the Army, was going to visit him for a day on his way to California. He was on furlough, had a ticket to go to California, and he would visit Archie. I came into work that morning. I never wore my anything suitable for work. I was always in a little sundress, sandals, and I changed in the wearing one of Archie's dresses, naturally. And I saw in the little showroom a lieutenant in uniform sitting in a chair waiting for his uncle. I thought, oh, to a 17-year-old girl, anybody who is a lieutenant in the Army is very clever. I put on the most alluring dress I could find, and I was prancing around looking for attention. And finally Archie came by and he introduced me to his nephew. And hardly a word was spoken, but I was conscious hour after hour that he was there and I was here, and how to start up a conversation and what I could do. And then Archie announced they were leaving for the day. Oh well, I was crestfallen again. Mid-afternoon, Archie called and said, "I'm taking my nephew with some friends to the Chez Paris." His friends, of course, were older men. He said, Archie was a bachelor, a bon vivant bachelor. "Tell the Sprout that she should join us so my nephew has a companion." The bookkeeper and the girl who worked in the shipping room, "Oh, we have to get Roslyn ready to go and meet at the Chez Paris." The first thing I said was, "I don't have anything to wear." Archie said on the phone, "I got 2,000 dresses there. Find one." Well, this was the fall season. The dresses were there for the fall season. This is a hot August night. I found the most suitable one I could, but it had like little wool balls here, which were scratching me in the heat. But I put it on. The shipping clerk ran down to the drugstore and bought me a pair of hose. And I wore somebody else's shoes with their high heels. And they put me in a cab like a package and sent me to the shapery. When it was time to order drinks, Archie said, I ordered you an apple cider. I thought he meant it. And I took this glass of champagne and I downed it. I was thirsty. Well, that evening went by in a haze. I remember wonderful entertainment. I can't tell you what I ate, if I ate, but the nephew and I were making contact. His name was Nelson, but everybody called him Buddy. And Buddy said he would take me home. And before the evening was over, Buddy and I promised that we would wait for each other. He said, I want you to have a good time in college. I expect that you'll go out, but I'll be back for you. And I said, I'll wait for you. And we exchanged letters almost daily. And after a year, he was sent overseas. So we didn't see each other until on his way overseas, he was stationed at Fort Knox. I went to see him. My father wrote me a letter about the Primrose Path. Buddy put me up at the guest quarters where other girlfriends and mothers stayed. And we had a weekend together, and he shipped out. And I remembered the pain of separation when I got on the train. It actually hurt in the pit of my stomach. But again, we wrote letters to each other, and he came home the end of my junior year. He came home from Europe. Well, this was pretty convenient because his parents moved from New York to Sunbury, Pennsylvania, where a factory that his father worked for was situated. My acting professor started a little stock company in a town only about 30 miles from Sunbury in the Allegheny Mountains. So when he came home, I was there.